What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the reaction box. Officer fired $75,000 lawsuit. I wonder how that happened. Let's see.
Sorry, no.
You have no ID with you.
No, I'm not in my truck.
But I can seize your phone right now.
It's a live stream. It's a live stream, so there's no evidence on the phone.
Right in it.
No. It's protected. It's
Do you understand what I just said to you?
Just after midnight on January 16th, 2019, Matt was recording at a traffic stop from about 200 feet away. After recording the incident for almost 17 minutes, Officer Wayne Casey of the Pevely Police Department got into his patrol vehicle and drove over to Matt and made contact.
See?
He can't do that.
He can't do that.
Because he's nowhere near.
He's nowhere. Off gate. Like right there. Like off top. He can't do that. And you can record like within, as long as you like so many feet away. I think like 15 feet. As long as he could have been 15 feet away from him recording, but he was 200 feet. Like, that's interesting, man. I can't believe it already. Can't believe it.
Hey, Arnold's pulling up. You got the stuff right there. I'm gonna go over there and have a talk with. Right here.
See?
He way away.
He way away.
Instead of back up is leaving or coming to me. How you going?
What's up, bud? You got ID with you?
What?
You have no ID with you.
Oh. How you gonna drive over to him and ask him for his ID? Soon as he get over there, he asked him for his ID.
And he's still not doing nothing, not bothering himself.
Nobody. He actually rolled up, man. This is crazy, man. And what's mind-boggling about this? Don't you know, idiot, that you got on a body cam too? Like, you telling it on yourself. Don't you realize that? This is crazy to me, man.
No, I'm not in my truck. Plus, stop an ID state. I'm not.
No, it is. Do you realize you are in Missouri? It is now illegal to record the police officer. I can seize your phone right now as evidence. That's fine. Let me see your phone. Go ahead and end it. End it right now. Or I will place you under arrest.
What?
Listen, do you understand what I just said to you? Stop it right now. Stop it right now.
Officer Casey claims that Missouri is a stop and ID state and demands Matt's identification. However, the Fourth Amendment requires police officers to possess sufficient reasonable suspicion or probable cause before seizing the property of a criminal suspect.
Wow.
But Matt was not suspected of any illegal activities, and Officer Casey negligently ordered Matt to give him his ID.
This is crazy.
Thereafter, seized his ID without a warrant or any lawful basis. We'll get back to that later. The officer also claims that it is illegal to film police officers in the state of Missouri. If you're familiar with the Patusize channel, you are probably aware that he was the man behind the 2017 decision of the United States Court of Appeal for the Fifth Circuit, Turner versus Driver, which thoroughly established and shored up a First Amendment right to record the police. Furthermore, the First Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in the case Glick versus Kenneth
That police officer messed all the way up.
All the way.
But it may be subject to reasonable time, place, and manner
He
restrictions.
got himself
In this
fired.
case, Glick was 10 feet away from officers while recording, and that fact has often been used as a precedent for reasonable distance to film a police encounter. Now
10
that we have
feet.
established Matt's right to film and to deny identifying himself, it becomes questionable if what happens next is retaliation.
Do you understand? Listen to me.
Definitely.
Listen to me. Stop.
Did he grab his phone?
Stop.
Wow.
You understand me?
Wow.
It's a live stream. There's no evidence on the phone. You just turned it off, so there's nothing recording now.
It is illegal in the state of Missouri to film them.
Supreme Court's already ruled
No.
against that, sir.
Bull. I'm going to seize your phone
Sir,
as evidence.
suggest you don't do that.
Oh, I don't care what you suggest.
You don't need to do
Being recorded right here.
Oh, he deserves to get fired.
Yes.
Let me see your ID. Do you understand what I just asked you? Let me see your ID. You're interfering with my traffic stop. Let me see your ID.
I'm on the other side of the street.
It doesn't matter. You're taking my attention away from my traffic stop because now I have to watch over here to see what you're doing to make sure you're not going to harm me. Therefore,
First of
Oh,
all,
he gonna harm him. He's sitting over there minding
200 feet away. He's
his
just recording you from 200 feet away. What are you talking about? You took your attention away from your traffic stop. That's like, man, fucking cocky ass cops, man. Like he happened to turn around and see him with his camera out recording and wanted to go fuck with
Those are
him.
one of them ones.
Right, for real though. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely one of the ones, and we witnessing it right now. We ain't gotta get in the comment section and talk about it because we seeing it. Like, this is crazy.
you're
First of all, he should have never gave him his identification.
He need to comply because he would have arrested.
No, he couldn't arrest because he wasn't.
He would have tried as cocky as he is. He may not be doing nothing. He would have tried.
I wouldn't have gave him nothing, and it would have been more than a $75,000 lawsuit in the end result. For real, that's when his intelligence should have kicked in a little bit more as the person being harassed.
Comply.
Nah, I wouldn't comply with that because he didn't do nothing. He wasn't.
I understand that.
He ain't
still,
suspicious.
You want to cause no more issues than what's already been.
Yeah,
caused.
he was scared. He was a little scared. I could tell the way he was a little shaky though. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta think in those moments though. Like, okay, this dude right here already like.
Well, make it worse than what it is because you see the cop already cocky.
Yeah.
And he want him to get in trouble, so why even go there?
But what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say when in court though? Like what's his explanation? What's his explanation though for wanting his ID and all that? He got $75,000, man. He would have got $150 if he didn't comply. This is crazy.
Stand right here in front of my patrol car. Stand in front of my patrol car. And I'm just telling you, you're not out of
He
here.
detaining him for what?
Yeah, no, I did. Okay. I don't care what your opinion is. All right? Do you know what a felony is in the state of...
First of all, you can't detain a person without reasonable cause. You gotta investigate and then detain. You don't detain, then investigate. He got it all the way twisted. Like, this is crazy, man. And it's sick,
all right? Do you know what a felony is in the state of Missouri from being from Texas? I don't think so, okay?
Wow.
What did you say?
What?
No, there is no... Right.
Officer Casey seized Matt's phone, ended his live stream, and forced him to ID. After running his identification and allegedly investigating the contents of the phone, the officer continues his escalation and lecturing of HBO Matt, detaining him for almost 20 minutes.
Where's your vehicle at, bud? Huh? Where?
Lesson learned. If the police ever happen to pull you, I know everybody ain't gonna do it. But if they ever pull you over and they seize your phone by chance and they trying to like delete videos or something, if you was video recording them, have it sent straight to your computer. So if they delete it off the phone, it's still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, they better not ever pull me over. I'm telling you, man, it's great.
Which one? Because I asked you where your vehicle is. Which one? 8 trucks back. Here's the deal, bud. You have no idea what's going on out here, okay? Exactly. So you have... Listen. Stop interrupting me. Let me talk. When we're conducting a traffic stop with a well-known drug dealer, okay? I didn't make her do that. She did that all on her own. But you're out here trying to record us and trying to act like you know the laws. What did I just say about interrupting me, bud? Am I letting you talk when you talk? Let me talk. Let me explain things, okay? You're over here trying to act like, you know, you're one of them guys that want to quote the laws of the cops and act like you know everything and act like all this. I committed federal felonies. There's no such thing. You don't even know what you're talking about, bud. All right? I've done nothing wrong.
He did everything wrong. Like from him looking across the street at him to driving over to him, everything he did is literally wrong. Like, it's nothing right that he's doing here at all. Like, literally nothing.
Talking about, bud. All right? I've done nothing wrong. I'm well within my rights to do my job. Like I said, you're over here interfering with my stop because now I see you over here. I see something, a red light flashing at us occasionally. I don't know if that's a laser. I don't know what that is. There was some sort of red light coming off of your phone. I saw it several times. That's what caught my attention over here, okay? That's what caught my attention over here. So, therefore, you are now interfering with my stop because now I have to take my attention off of this stop to watch you and see what you're doing. To make sure that you're not sitting over here with a weapon that's going to hurt me or my partner or the people that we have stopped over here. I don't know you. I don't know what you're doing over here. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, what you're saying makes sense. I
It doesn't matter if you agree or not. Okay? That's what you're doing. Now, I can seize this phone if I want to.
No, you can't.
And search it for any evidence pertaining to my traffic stop if you'd like me to do so.
No, you can't.
Then I would suggest it doesn't matter. It's still on your phone somewhere, somehow. It is how it works. Okay? I would suggest you get back in your vehicle. Let us do our job. We have more than enough officers over here. What's that?
I have no intention of interfering.
But that's what you were doing. No, it's not my opinion. That is, by statute, what you were doing. You took my attention off of my traffic stop. I now have to take my attention and turn it towards you, which is interfering with what I'm doing over there. I would see.
First of all, you just said you got more than enough officers. So who are you to be like, I took my attention away from my traffic stop on you? Who the fuck are you?
I bet he go back and look at this video and say I done everything wrong.
He literally look at it and say, man, I
know.
What was I thinking?
I don't care what you agree with or disagree with. I would suggest you get in your vehicle, bud. Have a good night. We have more than enough officers over here that know what we're doing.
And I wasn't trying to interfere.
But you were. But you were.
Just watching.
But you were. That's what you're failing to understand here, bud.
And my reasonable opinion, I'll let you know, is that what you just did was illegal.
What?
I'm not going to do anything against you.
What was illegal?
Unlawful detention, unlawful seizure, violation of First Amendment rights.
First Amendment
Everything.
rights?
See, he's smart.
How did I?
Freedom of the press.
Everything.
Yeah.
You illegally detained me.
Yep.
No, I didn't illegally detain
Yes, she did.
You had no RAS in the crime.
No what?
The Supreme Court's already ruled that obstruction, interference.
It's a crime here in the city of Beaver.
I have to be close to you.
No, you don't. No.
See, he know.
Nope.
It's crazy.
Nope. No. Do you realize the distance a rifle could shoot?
Yes, but
Yeah.
guess what?
Therefore, so I don't
This is
listen.
a constitutional carry state.
It doesn't matter if you have a weapon pointed at me. That's not legal.
Just
That is not legal. If you have a weapon pointed at me, that is not legal. Did I pat you down? I don't know if you got anything on you.
But on the other hand, it wouldn't be illegal for me to do it. I believe you guys just went constitutional carry.
Yeah, we can open carry in the state. You're absolutely right. But having a weapon pointed at me is two different things.
First Amendment carry is what you're talking about.
No.
Had I been standing here with a rifle on my back, it would have been illegal for you to detain me then too, unless I actually had it unsworn.
I never detained you.
Whoa. He said, I never detained you. And he told him to stand in front of his car.
Yeah.
He like, stand in front of my car, don't move. Like, he said, I never detained you. What are you talking about, man? You fucked up bad.
I held on to your phone while I conducted our business. That has nothing to. You could have turned around and walked away.
Listen.
You could have turned around and walked away. Nope.
Why would he turn around and walk away when you sitting there threatening him, telling him to stay there in front of your vehicle? Like, why would he do that? Like, and then, man, this is crazy. Is you hearing this though? Like, you could have turned. He just said you could have turned around and walked away. And he told him to shut up and stand there in front of his car while he tried to go through his phone, which was probably locked. Shit, crazy.
You could have turned around and walked away.
No.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a good night.
Are you going to arrest me?
Bye.
Listen.
If I still stand here,
I'm saying goodbye to you.
if I stand here, you want to arrest me?
If you start recording us again and interfering with my stop, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to seize your phone and I'm going to arrest you for interfering once again with my stop. So I would suggest, yeah, it's right here, bud.
That's all I need. Thanks.
See?
Have a good night.
He already know what he gonna do.
Matt eventually went on to sue Officer Casey and the city of Pevely for violation of civil rights under 42 U.S. Code subsection 1983, unlawfully preventing the recording of a traffic stop and police officers, 3 counts of retaliation for protected conduct, unlawful seizure of a phone, unlawful seizure of ID, unlawful detainment, and against the municipality for unlawful policy and failure to train and supervise. The lawsuit was settled for $75,000. Officer Casey was fired from from the department before Matt could file a complaint. However, his termination was for a separate incident. He was seen on video sitting at a desk in the booking area as Officer Robert Ryan Watson shoved and choked a prisoner. Casey allegedly covered for the other officer, who eventually pled guilty to a misdemeanor civil rights offense and admitted to choking and shoving a prisoner. I commend Matt's professional demeanor and attitude during this incident. Despite Officer Casey's aggressive, rude, and condescending behavior, Matt was able to maintain his composure and ask the right questions to get the officer to unknowingly confess to his wrongdoings.
Right.
He was smart. Or ignorance of the law excuses no one is a legal principle holding that a person who is unaware of a law may not escape the liability for violating that law merely by being unaware of its content. More and more we continue to see law enforcement officers being excused for their transgressions, but we will cover qualified immunity in another episode.
Man, that one right there was so crazy right there. I had to show you that. But this one right there, that was crazy, man. But hey, what you think about that, though?
You had the good and the bad, and that's where you had the bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was doing the most. Like, why did you even go across the street and talk to that man? Like, for real. Like, hey, but we live and we learn. We learn something from these videos, what you can do and what you can't do. Because I'm going to be covering a lot of these videos. I see that y'all like them. So while you watching videos, kind of memorize and know the law. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we got one more video to do. And we about to get up out of here because we got to go do a little shopping. And, you know, the same old thing she do. She do. You know what I'm saying? Hey. But we're going to holler at y'all in the next reaction, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Peace.